When he was 18, he made a song called Mo Bamba, which got crazy popular in just 20 minutes. And this song paved the path for Sheck Wes's popularity. After that, he signed a record deal with Kanye West and Travis Scott in 2018. But then, he sort of vanished from the spotlight. Now everyone's asking, where is he? What happened to him after Mo Bamba? Since 2020, Sheck Wes has only released 4 singles, and it's been over 5 years since his last album. Some fans think he might have retired from making music, but what is the truth? To show how hard his early life was, Sheck Wes called his first album Mud Boy. Before he turned 17, he moved a lot between Harlem and Milwaukee. His parents had split, and they didn't have much money. Sheck had a tough time growing up. His mom and dad worked really hard for him, even though they couldn't read or write. When he was having trouble with his behavior, his mom sent him to Africa. That was a big change for him, but it helped him grow and learn much about life.
Pops run all the tailors in Africa. My father been like a tailor.
Oh wow.
He came here and he was like working for Dapper Dan, him and my Uncle Dom, when he first came from Africa. And then
Even though Sheck Wes loved music, his heart belonged to basketball first. Since he was a kid, he had fun playing the game. But when he reached high school, he saw his grades weren't enough for college. Basketball was his only ticket out, so he put in extra effort. At 6 feet 2 inches tall, Sheck showed off his skills as a combo guard. On the streets of Harlem, Sheck first crossed paths with Mo Bamba, the future NBA lottery pick. Not only did Mo Bamba become the name of one of Sheck's songs that went 5 times platinum, but he also vouched for Sheck's basketball skills. During his high school years, Sheck's tall and slender, 6 feet 2 inches frame caught the attention of a talent scout from a modeling agency in the city. This introduced him to the world of fashion. He could continue playing basketball while also landing modeling jobs on the side. However, everything changed on February 11th, 2016. On that night, Madison Square Garden hosted Kanye West's iconic Yeezy Season 3 show and listening party.
It's slow-mo. I just shot an amateur video. I think I should go pro. We only making the high.
Sheck had been offered to model for this event, which he describes as the best decision of his life. He chose to skip his team's playoff game to model on stage next to Young Thug and Lil Yachty, along with many other famous stars. This experience opened many doors for him in his career.
I've always made music since I was young, but I finally got the infrastructure to put on music the right way, and go through the whole process of it and really know how you do shit. It's bigger than what people think.
However, it's important to note that all this happened a year before Mo Bamba was released, and 2 years before Sheck signed his record deal with Kanye West. Just as things started looking up for Sheck Wes, his mother intervened. She decided it was time for him to move back to Africa. Skipping his team's playoff game dashed Sheck's hopes of pursuing basketball further. Realizing this, he turned his focus to modeling and also began releasing his first songs on SoundCloud. Sheck Wes comes from a very religious Muslim family, and despite his success in modeling, his mother wasn't pleased with his wild lifestyle.
I know.
I came back from Africa 2 years ago, in October.
She noticed him constantly partying, skipping classes, and neglecting his homework. So she devised a plan to help him get back on track by tricking him into living with their family in Africa.
My mom, she made me go through all these family visits, see my family, and I had to sit with this religious leader every day, go to school type shit, you feel me?
To come back.
Yeah,
that was part of the agreement. If you come
exactly,
back, this
but
is what it is.
I never knew when I would come back because I didn't have my passport.
After arriving in Africa, Sheck's brother tricked him into handing over his passport, lying about keeping it safe. This left Sheck stranded there, halting all his progress in America. According to his mom, what was supposed to be a short trip now sounded like it would last for years.
I just didn't have no passport. If I had a passport, I could have had a flight, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And I had saved bread to give me a flight. And then I went to the embassy, and the embassy did some whole
At first, Sheck was angry. But eventually, he decided to make the most of it until he turned 18 and could return home. During his time in Africa, Sheck learned important lessons and grew up. When he finally returned to the States, he was more determined than ever. He resumed his modeling career and started releasing more songs on SoundCloud. Little did he know that one song he had made in just 20 minutes would change his life forever. Ever since Sheck Wes started making music, his childhood friend Mo Bamba kept asking him to mention him in a song. When Mo Bamba was asked about Sheck's music in an interview, he said, "Yeah, he was just having fun with it. Then, I heard about his music. I remember one of the first songs he sent me was Live Sheck Wes Die Sheck Wes. That was early on. There was another song that I really liked, but I can't remember the name. But when I found out he was really making music, I told him, 'You gotta make a song with my name in it.' A few days later, he came back with Mo Bamba, and I thought, man, this is a hit right away." Sheck made Mo Bamba's wish come true in 2017 when he released Mo Bamba. Though it came out on its own that year, it didn't get super popular until a year later.
Like, you gotta make me a song where you gotta have a song with just my name in a verse. That's all I want, is my name in a verse. And then he comes back to me a couple of days later, like super quick. Yo, I made this. He sends me the audio file and it's titled Mo Bamba. And I'm like, bro, I didn't need the whole song retitled Mo Bamba. I just needed a verse. But I heard it and I love it since day one.
Even though there wasn't any help from record companies or lots of money for radio ads, Mo Bamba was everywhere in 2018. Its catchy chorus is what made it so popular. Surprisingly, there's a funny story behind the song. The music suddenly stopped because the computer they were using to record froze.
I'm looping it, everything just freezes. Like, the song is still playing in the headphones, but I can't move the mouse. And I'm just like, damn, like, this is gonna kill it. Like, he is already pretty much all the way through this entire song. And I know if it cuts out, we'll probably just end up going home right now.
Call me Drake, hot nigga, oh, fuck, shit.
But since Sheck Wes makes up his songs on the spot, he kept rapping without any problems.
Bitch.
So we were all just like, oh, no. But then as soon as he was like, oh, fuck, shit, then everything just came right back. It unfroze. And then like 8 bars after that had just like magically appeared.
The year 2018 was amazing for Sheck Wes. Mo Bamba was blowing up, and everyone was loving it. Even Travis Scott heard it and thought Sheck's music and energy were awesome. Travis wanted to sign Sheck to his record label, but Kanye West got involved. "My deal was almost signed with Travis's label," Sheck said, "but then Kanye heard Mo Bamba. He flew me out to LA overnight to meet him and Pusha T. I went there wearing a butterfly effect hat, and Kanye called Travis saying, 'I heard your guy, Sheck, let's work together.'"
There is no utopia without Kanye West. There is no Travis Scott without Kanye West. There is no Rome without Kanye West.
In 2018, Sheck Wes officially signed a record deal with Kanye West's Good Music label, Travis Scott's Cactus Jack label, and Interscope Records. Travis started bringing him out at his shows. Even Drake brought him out in Toronto. Mo Bamba was featured in the game NBA 2K, and Sheck's voice was heard on Travis's album Astro World. He even got a shout out in Drake's verse on Sicko Mode. To keep the momentum going, Sheck released his first studio album, Mud Boy, in the fall of 2018. It peaked at number 17 on the Billboard charts, which is good for a rapper's first album. Despite announcing his second project just a day after releasing Mud Boy, Sheck Wes hasn't released another album since then. The year 2019 wasn't as good for Sheck Wes compared to 2018. He only released 3 singles and was featured on the Cactus Jack collaborative project called Jack Boys. During this time, he faced allegations of abuse and sexual assault made against him by singer Justin Sky and his ex-girlfriend, social media personality India Love. Although Sheck denied these claims, they damaged his public image. Then came 2020, along with the COVID-19 pandemic, which brought a new chance for Sheck Wes to pursue his dreams. Sheck announced that he was eligible for the NBA draft. It was a big moment for him, as he had always dreamed of playing pro basketball in the NBA. Unfortunately, he didn't get drafted as expected, but it turned out that his announcement was more of a promotion for his new single, Bean Bullin', released on the same day. In the music video, he gets drafted by a fake Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner. Even though no NBA team picked Sheck Wes, his new song sparked interest from an overseas club. The Paris basketball team in France, struggling after the pandemic, saw an opportunity. Even though Sheck wasn't sure if he could play at their level, one of the team's owners reached out to him. They wanted him to join the team for the 2021 season to fulfill his dream of playing pro basketball and to boost their team. However, Shaq only played in 3 games with the team. Looking at his stats, he only made 1 3-pointer and 1 free throw. Shaq's time with the Paris Basketball Club didn't last long. Maybe it was too challenging for him. Or perhaps he felt like he needed to be better. Or maybe he simply decided he didn't want to play basketball anymore. The truth is, Sheck Wes now has the freedom to do whatever he wants. He's already had a very eventful life, especially considering his tough childhood. After making millions of dollars from just one song, it's understandable if he wants to lay low and stay out of the public eye. Besides the occasional feature and rare appearances, Sheck has been teasing his second studio album for 5 years. It's rumored to be called You Know the Scouts. But despite promises of its release, it hasn't dropped yet. Despite this, Sheck still has over 5 million monthly listeners, and his hit song Mo Bamba is approaching 1 billion streams. Just a month ago, Sheck Wes collaborated with Lyrical Lemonade, JID, and Ski Mask the Slump God on Fly Away, directed by Cole Bennett. We're excited about this collaboration and look forward to hearing more from him. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments below. To see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay connected.